This time, Kim and Mike are hoping to create some beautiful music with the Tetreault family, comprising Mom Leslie, Dad Mark, and kids Lucille, Felix, and Amos. The Tetreaults have been living in this house for 8 years. While Mom and Dad say that this is their dream home, everything going on inside makes it feel more like a nightmare. Along with running this household gone wild, Mark and Leslie are professional musicians in a major symphony orchestra.
I work almost every single day. I almost never get a day off.
Stop!
And any spare time they do find
Get out of my room!
is spent trying to keep their kids from tearing the whole house apart.
Stop it!
I don't want to feel like I'm terrorizing the children, but they do have to realize there are responsibilities and there are certain expectations.
Come here!
But the kids don't listen because Mom and Dad don't practice what they preach.
I think it's fair to say that I'm not a good example of neatness and tidiness.
They look at my room where all my clothes are, and they probably think, well, she doesn't keep her room clean. Why should I keep my room clean?
It's gotten so bad that there's just clutter everywhere.
It's like this uncontrolled mess, and I swear to God, it multiplies in the dark.
But really, the Tetreault family's big issue is that Mom and Dad set a terrible example for everyone, and nobody is being held accountable for their actions.
Tears don't work. Yelling doesn't work. Nothing works.
Now, Kim and Mike are heading to see the Tetreaults. Mom and Dad are about to get a crash course in leading by example. It's time for a very rude awakening.
Good morning, Tetreault family. It's time to get your home back in order.
Your house is chaotic and so are your lives.
Mark and Leslie, we're going to teach you to lead by example.
Up and at 'em, Tetreault family. This is your rude awakening.
Go, I know, go.
Yes. Come on. Don't be so bossy all the time.
You're the one that's bossy.
Shut, don't speak to me like
Shush.
that. What is this room used for?
This is the family room.
Unfortunately, these guys and their toys have just taken over not only this room, but the entire house.
Do you boys do your homework and stuff in here?
Yeah,
Where?
on that table.
How can you do your homework on that table and on a square inch of space? Lucille, do you do homework there?
Not in here, there's no room though.
There's no room because you three kids have messed the home up, haven't you? How can you bear this? How can you bear this, you three? Now, Mark, as the daddy of the house, do you think that you're not as strict as you should be with the children?
You don't want to be yelling at them constantly.
Wouldn't bother me.
It bothers me a bit to have so much tension. I would like to have our house be a peaceful place.
Peaceful.
It's a good job you three do not live with me, because I'll tell you why I'd punish you good. Yes. Shut your face, you. Have you seen what I've done to this room?
I know.
Shut up.
Okay.
Have I worried you a bit? Good.
What is this room?
This is my office.
This is your office?
This is the nerve center of the operation right here.
It's getting on my nerves.
This is the most unorganized office I have ever seen in my entire life.
Wow.
You're a nice man. You're a shocking example.
If their room looks like that and your room looks like this, like father, like son, you have to lead by example.
Sit in a nice, clean environment, because then the children can't say, look at your room, say, I've done mine, go on.
Oh, there
Lovely,
you go.
until you do that. Getting through?
It is.
Good!
Let's go.
I thought we'd never get through. Come
Yeah.
on.
Come on.
Come on. This is not a dressing room, it's a dump. What is this mess in here?
I have a very rough system in place where I can get by.
I know you don't like it, I can see it by your face.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But if
I
you're not,
hate it.
yeah, but if you hate it and you're unhappy, why do something about it, lovey?
I have actually threatened to go rent myself a studio apartment just so I'd have a place to go.
Didn't know how sad you were. It's really getting to you, this, isn't it?
It is. It has. It's driving me crazy.
Well,
It's driving
we
me.
are
I
here.
have been in tears. I have been hysterical. I have tried. But then I don't like screaming and nagging because it doesn't seem to work.
First of all, you have got to do this by example. Parents lead the way in the way they behave. You're all going to have to muck in, and you're going to have to know when to be a mum and when to be a friend. Because right now, Mum and Dad are backing out of this.
You're right.
And look at the price you've paid
Nobody else
emotionally.
We really can't continue like this.
There's too many things in life to have tears over. This isn't one of them that you can rectify.
And a proud family has a proud home.
That's right.
the love nest.
It goes on and on.
Do you know, how can you sleep in a room like this?
There's no romance. It's not romantic at all.
Yeah, but you know something? I could make it romantic.
No.
Could. Oh, come on.
Oh. This is really untidy.
Oh, it's like an obstacle course.
No, no. Why are you going in here?
I'm looking at the room. Look at all this. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Oh, they've got to get going in this room, haven't they?
Come on, get out. Don't fall.
I will not fall. You stop bullying me all the time.
I just want to help you.
All right. Take your hands off me unless you're invited, which you might be.
The Tetreaults may have their careers on track, but their family life is hitting a very sour note.
The whole environment of the house right now is not very good.
The mess upstairs bothers me so much. It's like I seclude myself to my room. It's overwhelming, really overwhelming.
The fact that it bugs me and makes me tear my hair out doesn't seem to matter.
This has got to change. Kim and Mike are sitting the family down to see if they have as much pride in their home as they do in their music.
Leslie, Mark, I want you to close your eyes. Now you're on stage. The spotlight is on you. Everything's fantastic. You're happy, aren't you?
Yes.
Do you feel proud?
Totally proud.
Absolutely.
And now open your eyes. Do you have the same pride in your home as you do when you're on the stage?
No.
No, not at all.
Mom and Dad can see now that they need to start setting a better example. But are they actually ready to follow through? We find out in the switch.
You're gonna get a spanking.
And Kim and Mike wonder if they'll ever get through to them.
It's just ridiculous.
Domestic diplomats Kim Woodburn and Mike Shalhoub are caught in the middle of one very unnatural disaster.
Ow!
Everywhere you look in the Tetreault family's home, it looks and sounds like a war is underway.
I give up. I surrender.
The big issue? Mom and Dad set a bad example for their kids. And by avoiding confrontations with their children,
Come on, boys, time to get dressed.
Mark and Leslie are actually doing more harm than good. Kim and Mike have a plan to clean up this hostile territory and start making the whole family accountable for their actions.
Kim and I really want to fix all these issues for you.
Kim and Mike are helping the Tetreaults understand that there's a problem, and now they have to deal with it. Time for the switch.
It's role reversal. What it means is you are the mother and father.
I love that.
We want you to take your parents up to their bedroom and we want you to get them to tidy that room as it should be. Tell them, do this, do that. Be firm. Firm.
I think we should move the bed a little bit and sweep up.
Dad, you need to clean off your dresser because I don't know how you can keep track of anything there.
And Mom, you should tackle these books.
Where do we put it?
You guys have to get some boxes to put your stuff in, because after all, it is your stuff.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
These 3 boxes all have purposes. The stuff you want to keep, the stuff that you want to throw out, and the stuff that you want to give to someone else.
Where do we start?
One thing at a time. John.
Oh, you kids.
is my room, like,
If you've already read a book, unless it's really good, you shouldn't keep it because you're probably not going to read it again.
Well, let me finish one job at a time, okay?
Do your job.
It's just ridiculous.
You're gonna get a spanking.
This role reversal has really kicked things into high gear. But now the Tetreaults need to put those lessons into action. Kim and Mike may have some trouble making that happen.
How are we doing then, Mike?
I feel as though this family has no direction whatsoever.
Oh, no, I know that.
We need to get into that house and divide and conquer.
I'm taking the mum to her dressing room next because it's dreadful. What are you going to do?
I'm going to take Mark downstairs,
Yeah.
into that office, and get some sort of structure happening down there.
Well, all I can do with the kids is I'll put the 3 kids in the family room and hope they can get started.
Good luck with those children. This is the biggest challenge we've had.
Yeah, but we're going to do it.
Is that a new lip gloss?
I don't wear lip gloss.
What do you mean?
I have a natural sheen to my mouth and a fullness. In fact, I have been called Miss Kissable before now.
Let's get to work.
If Mark and Leslie ever want to get control of their lives again, they need to deal with the big issue of setting a better example for their kids. Starting point, Leslie's dressing room.
You see, I look at this wardrobe and I'm in utter horror. This wardrobe is like a tin of sardines, dear. It is crammed full. Oh, God, help me. And oh, I can see you've got some very, very expensive clothes. You are wrecking them. Right now, they're getting creased. Another thing you're doing wrong, they're suffocated. Wool has to breathe. Silk has to breathe. That couldn't breathe if its life depended on it. Watch this here. They've got to be at least, my love, 3/4 of an inch apart. It enables the cloths to breathe. Now, I cannot believe in this room there's not lots you don't want, because I suspect that deep in the dungeons, you haven't seen this stuff in years.
You're right.
So give it to your best friend, or to go to the charity shop. People are getting benefit of what you don't want, and getting you a lovely dressing room and an adorable office.
While Leslie gets to work, Mark is dealing with his own chaos-filled room.
Let's start very simply.
Yes.
Personal.
Aha.
Business.
Okay.
Let's say it together. Personal. Business.
Yes.
This is just step number 1.
Oh, man.
We're gonna be here for a while, aren't we?
Definitely business. Personal. Business. Business. Personal. Bills. There's a lot of envelopes I'm realizing that I never even opened yet.
So why is it there's such a pileup of all this mail?
It's because of the internet. I don't even need to open my envelopes to pay my bills.
When you're paying your bills, there's a little box. It's just like one of those little check boxes. And it says, do not mail me anything. Check that box, and 80% of this clutter would be gone. Promise me that you can do this every day. Can you do it?
I think it's important to set a good example for my kids, so I'm gonna buckle down and do it.
Mom and Dad have got hours of work ahead of them, but now it's the boys' turn to clean up their act. Brace yourselves. World War III is about to get underway.
No, it's not!
The Tetreault family may make beautiful music together, but with mayhem all around them, their home life is anything but harmonious. The Tetreaults' biggest problem is that Mom and Dad set a terrible example. And that may be too much for Kim and Mike to help this family overcome.
Don't throw it. Stop it.
While Mark and Leslie finish cleaning up their areas, Kim is getting the boys started on a project of their own.
Who is responsible for all the stuff on this table?
He is. Yes.
We'll wait and see. See these 2 big trunks? We've got you one each. The things you want to keep, put in your trunk. The stuff you know you just both do not want, put it in that box there. Come on, boys, you will never get clear, darlings. Come on, you're so slow. Whose is this? Have you done all this? Don't throw it. Stop it. Show a bit of speed. But you get a wiggle on. So now you've got a homework table, haven't you? But this is the rules. All the toys you get out to play with, you put back in these storage boxes. Leave any toys out, your father's going to confiscate them.
Well, Kim may have got the boys started, but now they have to work with their sister to organize the entire living room. This could be interesting.
Whoa! Lou, this is such good stuff!
Stop it! Stop that!
It looks like the boys' tempers of mass destruction are about to be unleashed.
Bitch! Don't stop!
Felix is terrorizing his sister, and anything that Lucille throws away, Amos just picks out of the trash.
Not garbage!
This was all garbage. No, stay in here and clean. Bo?
It's time for Dad to step in.
Why don't you be a little nicer to
I don't
Bo?
want to work with them. They're not working with me. They just keep taking stuff out of the charity and garbage.
This job needs to get done, and you need to be more cooperative.
Are you listening to a word I'm
Yes,
saying?
I am. Sorry, I was just...
Meanwhile, Mom Leslie is still in the midst of getting her overflowing dressing room organized.
Now, natural fibres, this is the deal. Your cashmeres, your wools, your cottons, your silks, and so on. They're lovely. They're very prone to moths. A moth would lay eggs in a sweater. They are so tiny, you will never spot them.
Oh, gosh.
Tell you how you kill them? You take a plastic bag, can be smaller or larger. You buy the size of it that you need. Pop it in there, my love. Wrap it like that. Now, you put that in your freezer.
My freezer.
All night.
My goodness.
In with the meat, dear. If there are any eggs in there, they will die.
No kidding.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to show you one more thing. Cedar.
Cedar
Moths
spray.
hate cedar. You've got many alternatives. I've taken a cedar essential oil and I got this spray and I filled it. Always do that because oil must separate to the
Right.
top. And then I sprayed these about half an hour ago. Just paper towel, cheap and cheerful, my love. I just punch a hole in. I fit it over the hanger, my love. I do it about every 4th or 5th hanger, and that's enough cedar to keep them at bay. I'm going to leave you to it.
All right.
If you get stuck, give me a call, but you shouldn't, because I've told you most things you need to know, haven't I?
Yes,
All right.
you
Get on with it, dear. Get on.
Boy, stop it.
Back in the living room, the boys won't focus, and the cleanup is at a dead halt.
Felix, you're supposed to be sorting. Why aren't you sorting it?
Dad's going to have to lay down the law.
Nothing.
Quit yelling. I don't want to hear about it.
Dad's got his hands full. Kim and Mike need to step in and help Mark out.
You've got to put your foot down, Dad, haven't you?
I try.
What?
My foot's been coming down all morning.
Look, boys, will you get off your bums and get working? Please. If I come in here one more time, you're doing nothing. There's going to be repercussion and there's going to be blood on the walls. Get on!
The only way to turn this family's fortunes around is for Mark to take Kim and Mike's advice and start leading by example. Things are really beginning to change. The boys are helping out, and the entire family is on the road to success. The Tetreaults are starting to get it, but some members of the family are still having a hard time letting go of the past. And there's still plenty more time for this family to fall apart.
I'm not doing it.
Kim and Mike better start saying their prayers.
This is not a dressing room, it's a dump.
You have to lead by example.
Getting through?
It is.
Good.
The Tetreault family has undergone a very rude awakening.
I'm glad you're putting your head down with shame.
For the past 3 days, the family has been working hard to clean up, clear out, and get along. Mom and Dad have been leading the way for their kids, and it's starting to sink in.
I'm going to lead this family by example.
But they're not done yet. Are the Tetreaults ready for Kim and Mike's final challenge?
Hey guys. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, family.
This is unbelievable. This actually looks like a family room.
Does your heart good to see this? You know, it's wonderful, honestly.
We're not quite finished yet, though.
We want you to invite some of your friends round later on today. We want you to have a bit of a musical afternoon. Open this room up, bring your friends in, play a concert to them, and it'll prove to you an organised home is a happy home.
Best challenge yet?
Go on.
We'll be back.
Thanks.
Get going. Get going.
Okay, well, we've done a lot of work in here and straightened up, and you guys should be proud of yourselves because you've done a good job. But we're not done. We've got guests coming over tonight. And so we've got a few more tasks that we have to accomplish. Now, boys, what I'd like you to do is make a kind of program. You know how, like, when you come to a concert, there's a program?
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay, and Amos, do you think you can help Felix with some good ideas for the program?
Yep.
Okay, and Lucille, we need to make some hors d'oeuvres so you and I can work together on that. You guys all know what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, what's the last thing we're gonna do? We're gonna have fun tonight, huh? And celebrate our hard work.
Yeah.
In the past, the Tetreaults would never dream of inviting people inside. Now they're coming together as a family and working together as a team. They've even thrown out the old stuff and bought some new furniture. And while the programs are rather unique,
I love that.
and those hors d'oeuvres do look a little bit suspect, there's no fighting, no confusion, and most noticeably, no mess. And just in case there's any question about the transformation made so far, Kim and Mike have prepared photographs of the family on the Wall of Shame.
These are the pictures of your home when we arrived. Okay?
Oh my God.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's a grim story, isn't it?
I am speechless.
Flat. Flat.
Wow, this is astonishing.
That is appalling.
I can't believe you guys were so dirty.
By the way, Dad,
Yeah.
that.
I can't believe that I could ever find anything in that.
Before their rude awakening, Mark and Leslie's bedroom was a jumbled mash of papers and laundry. Now, relaxation and romance are definitely in the air.
It's everybody's mess. You know, we were just as much to blame as the kids. We can blame it on the kids, but hey, that's my dressing room.
Leslie's dressing room was so full of clothing that you could barely walk in the door. But it's been transformed into a sanctuary where Leslie can take some time for herself.
It's amazing that the house looked like that just a few days ago, and now it's really, really clean.
We ought to keep that just as a gentle reminder, maybe.
The living room looked more like a landfill. However, the whole family helped to revive it. And now everyone is reaping the rewards.
Oh, well done, darling.
Nice work, buddy.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
Welcome to the Tetreault family musical party. Today we will be playing music with Hometown Bluegrass. We hope you enjoy this cool new home.
Very good.
Kim's Rude Awakening has worked. The Tetreault family is finally taking pride in their home and in themselves.
Beer for you.
Oh, nice.
You get the mug of honor. You see there's a tuba player on that mug.
Thank you very much. Oh, it's not being cold. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Kimmy.
Cheers, my love.
This has been a good exercise for my family. We've learned to work together. It took some fighting with each other to get through it sometimes, but I think the kids especially realize that we can take on a project and do it together, and I think we'll be able to keep this up.
We done good.
Good pickings.